fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests, eventually, and future members.
Yes,
Yes,
future
yes,
members.
absolutely love that. Okay. I am a daughter of God, full of love, a flower that blooms and unfolds in the light of divine truth. I inspire others to awaken to their divine purpose, to be passionate in their journey of life, and to take the courage to fully embrace it. After attending a Soul Purpose Intensive workshop in Utah in October of 2008, that was the statement that I produced, and it keeps the fire of my soul burning bright. I had accidentally become quite a successful entrepreneur with Stephanie Meyer's official Twilight Saga t-shirts and jewelry. A company that I started with a contract with Stephanie Meyer herself called Twilight Tees, and I started that in December of 2006. This was before the Twilight movie was even optioned in May of 2007. That means that before any company gave any financial interest into buying the rights of to produce the movie. This merchandising opportunity itself was only available to me because Stephanie Meyer is my sister's husband's second cousin. If you could follow that, great. This business was a tsunami ride, an educational experience that I could never have fathomed what I would ever have. The politics of Hollywood and a certain level of fame alone was insanity for me as a stay-at-home mom. I was a nobody, and I didn't have any professional experience whatsoever. My team and I knew that this would be more of a temporary fad, and guessed that we had about 5 years to bring in new things that didn't relate to the Twilight Saga. Unfortunately, there were several foundational aspects that were underestimated. Sales fell off of a cliff January of 2009 and never recovered. The tsunami drowned Twilight Tees by July of that same year. And this coincided with the birth of my sixth baby, Anara, who was born with a congenital heart defect, which was inoperable, nor was she a transplant candidate because her vitals just weren't strong enough. We experienced a lifetime of emotions in that short 52 hours of her life. And these two, these two major experiences and the grief work that ensued has led me to a deeper awakening of who I am and my purpose as an individual in this earth school. Stepping back in time just a little bit more, is that with my first pregnancy, I was introduced to the concept of giving birth at home with a midwife through a front page newspaper in Tucson, Arizona, where my husband and I lived for the first 5 years of our marriage. I grew up with the only alternative healing modality of being garlic oil in your ears for ear infections. Everything else was what everybody else did. As a bookworm at heart, I delved into some research and decided that a nice middle ground was giving birth at the Tucson's freestanding birth center. And at the same time, I also chose not to get ultrasounds for any of my babies, or any of my future pregnancies as well. When my oldest was about a year old, I had a conversation with a nurse and her husband, who was a U of A student, medical student at the time, about his sister's, about how reckless his sister was for choosing not to vaccinate her children. This piqued my curiosity. Why would someone choose to put their children at such risk and not vaccinate? That's what I grew up with. Seemed normal to me. The internet was my friend, and I was floored by the list of ingredients and risks associated with vaccinations that my pediatrician never told me, never showed me the inserts for the vaccines and everything. Just sign this form that your child got the vaccines, and not being told that I was actually signing a waiver, holding my pediatrician harmless if a reaction actually occurred. And at this trusting age, I didn't even read what I signed, and I did that more than once. After my research, I didn't bother getting my son his 15-month shots and just plain stopped going to the well child checkups. My research evolved into alternative methods of building and strengthening the immune system naturally. And since then, my growing interests have propelled me outside the box and into the world of heresy. However, I have been greatly blessed with a lot of support over the years, and only being called brave, if not somewhat crazy, pioneer woman, and not to be subject to a high degree of persecution that other medical heretics have been experienced. So jumping back to the present, I am a current student of the Coach Mastery Academy, founded by Garrett J. White, who is a hero to me right now for all the things that I have gone through. I've known him since 2008 when I went to the Soul Purpose Intensive, and he is my master coach mentor. I am currently moving through a 90-day burn that I started in April, and I'm on target to leading my own coaching business by the end of this summer. I have chosen and accepted the call to lead a revolution of thought provocation and empower others to take a stand. My declaration that has evolved and brought about clarity to me has been quite energizing, and I do feel a divine inner power surging through me when I make this declaration. I don't have it memorized, but that's okay. I am Sharon Shade, the content clarifier, coming at you without apology, founder of Courage Inspired Academy, creator of the Courage to Thrive process, where I coach revolutionaries who defy the status quo in their health, life, money, and business. I serve those around me who are searching for commonalities with others in perception of how life works and support their efforts to live within their convictions. I look into the content of the problems you see and assist you in getting clear on what it actually means for you. My Courage to Thrive process will help transform your false core beliefs into bold personal truths that will reveal the solutions to problems that matter most to you. You will gain clarity regarding those solutions as they make sense to you and your family. You will then be able to integrate those solutions into your desired lifestyle and activate your courage to thrive, in spite of the astronomical weight that conventional wisdom places on you. Take courage to speak boldly and follow the inspiration to live your dreams. I am currently in the second phase of my 90-day burn and have been creating my first coaching product. And there's a story behind that one too. The Fast Cash Within 30 Days Blueprint as your Fast Cash coach. It's an intense 90-day program, but I'm very excited to get my message out to the world. Madam Toastmaster.
Yes.